Hi, girl.
Welcome to tea time.
I got mine.
That's okay. You drinking something. You drinking something.
It was gonna be wine, but I was like, let me not.
It is 10 in the morning.
It's 5 somewhere.
This is true. Let me that way I can see us. So, hi again. Welcome. We're gonna start chatting a little bit, talking about a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to start, introduce yourself. Who are you? How do I know you, if I even know you? What do you do for a living? What's up with you?
Okay. My name is Jazmyn Smitzer. You know me
this whole time. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been like Smitzer. I don't know why. My apologies.
Well, my dad says 500 million different names, so it's okay. It's okay. I know what you mean. But I know you from high school. I feel like it's been all my life, but it hasn't been, but it feel like it.
Right.
I am in the military. And that's pretty much.
I'm supposed to say thank you for your service.
Oh no, I'm happy to serve, I get that a lot, but no, I'm happy to serve. I chose it. Nobody forced me. So even though you didn't like it, we're not gonna go there. But the funny thing is, who are you with? Somebody.
That's another conversation to have.
Okay. Too soon. But no, yeah, I'm in the military. What else do you want to know? I have a little side hustle with candles that I do that I'm pretty excited about. Upcoming things that I have going on with that. I have an older sister who just moved to Okinawa from North Carolina, which where I was previously stationed was in Japan, Okinawa.
How'd you like that?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I love the Japanese culture in general. Very polite people. And the food, the cuisine is phenom. They
like your sushi.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's crazy because Americanized sushi is nothing like Japanese sushi. I guess because where I was literally on an island. Mm-hmm. So fresh fish all the time.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Getting it imported and stuff. So yeah, but I love Japan. I definitely will go back there in a heartbeat. Definitely visit my sister. So yeah, and then my 2 cute little niecey poos. Love them. I'm gonna miss them for the length of time that we're gonna be in Japan. Also currently I'm trying to get my husband stationed.
Say it again. What?
My husband.
Oh, that's fancy.
He's in California as of now. So hopefully before the end of the year, so December. So that's 2 months. Mm-hmm. But no later than January, he should be here in where I am in the States. So nice. Yeah, that's a nutshell. I can go on, but that's a nutshell.
Nice. Well, we're gonna get into it. Thank you for your introduction. I appreciate you for being on this Zoom or this podcast because it's kind of both. But
it's both. Okay.
It's a little weird. I'm gonna start it again because I'm gonna edit and go back out. Thank you again for being on this podcast with me. So we appreciate you being here and everything like that, taking time out of your day. So yeah, well, yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Like we're gonna be talking about we're just gonna kind of go with it and see where the topics lead us. And I got my tea, and you got, what are you drinking?
Mango Mighty Naked.
Well, I always say grab a cup and see what's up because it's tea time.
Oh snap! Now I need a cup. I will pour it in here. I like that. Yes. All
right, so let's talk about passions. What are you passionate about currently right now? We are starting hard, starting heavy.
Right now, I know my dad taught me, and I think he got it from somewhere else, is passion is where you spend your time and your money.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm passionate about my candle business.
Right.
That's every time I wake up, every time I go to sleep, I'm thinking about, okay, how can I better my business? What can I do to make it grow? Because I have a vision
Mm-hmm.
and I really want to see this through. I have a goal and I really want to see this goal through.
Right.
So right at this moment, my candle business is what I am passionate about.
Where did that come from? Like, what made you want to go into making candles?
My mom.
Yeah.
So my mom, she smells so good. That's like awkward, but she smells since like from birth. I don't even remember myself at birth, but I remember since I was really, really small, my mom just smelled so good. Like it just came through her pores.
Right.
She had to do nothing. And growing up, I've always had a love for smell good. So it could be perfumes. It doesn't even matter. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do candles because I like when my spot smells good. And the spot I'm in right now is my first ever spot, like my house ever I've owned ever.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm brand new to this living on my own thing, and I want my house to smell good. If I ever do like a housewarming, or if I ever want to entertain people, I don't need people to come in my house and it smell like garbage. Like that's not appealing to me. I don't want to come to my house after a long day of doing whatever I'm doing work wise or non-work wise, and my house just smell like who did it and why.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? This is the generation, and I'm in the era of money making and entrepreneurs. And I really pride myself on being an entrepreneur. And I really envy all entrepreneurs out there who are making it and have made it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own candle business. And I had so many different ideas for it. Like as soon as I thought about making the candles, I was like, okay, and then I'm gonna do this with it. Okay, and then I'm gonna do that with it. And I just got so excited about the idea of doing candle making. So to answer your question, my mom really started me on doing candles, not necessarily candles in itself, but just the like the fragrance, the smell good. My house or my mom's house, my parents' house always smelled good with candles, with plugins. It doesn't matter. It just always smelled good. So that's
always something.
That's where that vision and idea came from. My mom.
Nice. So with you being in the military, like having your job and then also balancing out this side business, how does that work out for you? Oh goodness.
It's working. It's a battle. It is definitely a battle because I'm gonna tell you one thing: the military is gonna get what is gonna get out of you. At the end of the day, the mission will come first. Whether you're there from 5 a.m. to 10 at night, it's you gonna be there all day. And then having to fit this candle vision, what I'm passionate about right now, into that can be really hard. I've definitely cried a lot. I've definitely said, man, F this. I'm not trying to do this no more. I don't give up. Like, nah, because it's not yielding what I needed to yield right now. But then I look back at it and I'm like, what is the phrase? Rome wasn't built in a night. I don't know how the phrase goes. Something like that. And so I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep at it. I know there's gonna be times where nobody's gonna want nothing, and there's gonna be times where a whole bunch of people gonna want. So I feel like that's the not the pro or the con. Oh yeah, you can say that. The pro and the con of having a business or being an entrepreneur is that there's some good days and there's some bad days.
Right.
So that's what I am taking. That's what I have to accept doing this, and I'm willing and I'm ready and I'm doing it. So I'm not.
I have my candle on. I was like, oh, this is nice. I like this.
So, and I love when people give me feedback on candles. Like if you bought a candle or you did buy a candle, let me know so I can do better. Or if it is good, okay, so I'm doing something right here. Let me continue to do that. Or if it's like, nah, Jazz, listen, something ain't right. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna fix that. I never take anything hard because I know it's a business, and I know I'd rather hear it from you than hear from Joe Schmo, and then my feelings get all hurt.
Right,
so,
right. I heard candles was made out of something.
Right. So yeah, but it's hard. No, it is 110% hard. But I have people like you and people like my family who are in my corner, and who's like, keep doing what you're doing. Something's gonna work out. You're doing good. You're in the right direction.
Right. So like it sounds like, it's kind of one of those things where it's tasking and it is a lot to balance the two, but it's worth it. So I guess it's like in those moments when it is tasking, like what do you do for your self-care? Like what balances Jazz out? Or even taking the time for self-care?
That's what I do need to do. I do need to take the time for self-care because I don't. I lack self-care. And that was one thing that I did notice when I did hit that wall.
Yeah.
When I was semi-depressed on trying to do work and trying to do these candles. Right. And I was like, I do need to take out time for me. Because right now I'm a one-man show. It is just me, myself, and I. Production wise, like doing these candles, not saying I don't get support from my family or from you or from whomever help me get the items, but like building and making and everything is a one-man show. And it's very, it can be very difficult on my body, my mind, my mental gets very strained. Plus I started a new job within my job.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Because I don't like it. Well, I like it, but it's mentally draining.
Okay.
It's new, so maybe I just got to get in the swing of it, but it is mentally draining. The new job that I have. So I think a mixture of that plus this new passion that I have, it kind of clashed at one point and it just kind of crumbled. So I had to figure out a way to kind of center myself and get back to me. My husband actually noticed that I was off and I was doing like minor things that I normally wouldn't do. And he's just like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't even know. I couldn't even pinpoint what was going on with myself. But he definitely is my rock, like for sure. Before I even got married, my mom and whatnot and other married couples will say that. And I'm like, what do that even mean? Like, I get it, but I don't even get it. I get it, but I don't even get it. But now that I'm in it, I'm like, no, for sure, 100%. When I call him, when I talk to him, when he comes down here to visit from California, like when I come home from work and I see him, and it's just like, oh, okay. All right, I feel better. Like I can just all that weight just subsided, and I felt so good to see him and to converse with him and whatnot. But when he's not here, that's one thing that I got to work on. When he's not here, prayerfully again, he's here by January. But at the present moment that he's not here, I do need to find a way to, when I do have those hard, tough moments where I do hit a wall, that I can center myself and I can find peace within that storm. Yeah, that storm be rocking me sometimes.
So about Shamal, let's talk about him. We're gonna get
sure.
How'd you guys meet though?
Huh?
How'd you guys meet?
We met in Turkey, my first duty station in Silik, Turkey. And the crazy thing was I was actually in a relationship at that time. I don't even call it a relationship now that I think about it. It was just like a placeholder, I think. He wasn't even real. Like he was real in the sense of being a being, but relationship-wise, again, a placeholder. But then Shamal came into the picture, and he was just different, really different. I'm not gonna say never, because I don't remember all the relationships that I've been in, but I don't remember dealing with somebody of his mental capacity, meaning he can stimulate me mentally.
Yeah,
like I can
right there.
Yeah, like is very, very attracted to me. Like if I can talk to you and you don't sound weird or uneducated,
basic of conversation. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to sound mean, but just I just need to be able to talk to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a lot of conversations, and I'm a very loyal person. So the guy that I was talking to before I met him, I wasn't talking to Shamal. I didn't give him no time of day. I was like, I'm not that type of person. Get out my face. Okay, cool. You think I'm cute, but I'm with somebody. And then when that didn't work, then we started to talk more, and I was able to become or get in his friend group and whatnot. And then we ended up creating a bond, and we started doing this crazy long distance thing. And he wasn't my first long distance relationship, but I don't know, something about long distance does not phase me because I know me. I guess it's just because I know me, and I know that if I'm for you and I'm about you, it's gonna be you and nobody else. And I'm not thinking about nobody else because I'm with you at the end of the day. And I guess I don't know, it's my trusting self, because I don't know how he was when we were together, but I really have faith and I trusted that he wasn't disrespecting himself first as well as me. Because when I think of boyfriend and girlfriend, I think of like I don't necessarily owe you anything but respect.
Right.
Respect and trust. So if you feel like it wasn't gonna work out because it's long distance things, then it wasn't gonna work out. You don't owe me nothing. You don't owe me an explanation.
Yeah.
It just wasn't gonna work out, and I can take that as a person. I can 100% take that. But and then we grew to this marriage thing that four and a half years later. So we've been together 4.5 years before we actually got married.
Okay.
So, and I wasn't no rush. I didn't felt like it was rushed. I didn't rush him. I didn't pressure him into marriage at all. It was just like, let's go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. The thing that hurried it up a little bit more, that I believe, was the fact that we are both military. He is military as well. And if we kept kind of putting it off for longer, we wouldn't know how much further we would be from each other. If that makes sense. So wherever the military sends him next after California, if we didn't get married, is where they send them. And same with me. So we were like, all right, look, no, we're done with this.
I'm not doing that no more. Let's end that.
We are done. We could not take it no more. So back in June is when we officially got married. But in what's still in June? Oh, yeah, back in June is when we officially got married. But before then, he proposed to me in Las Vegas on a hot air balloon, and that was really dope.
Yeah,
that's really, really, really dope. I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that. Like, I was gonna be like cute and in front of friends and in front of family, like everybody else, like in my mind, like everyone else. And I think it's the cutest thing in front of friends and family. And either way, that would have just been like, oh, but like something in hundreds of feet in the air is like, what, bro? Well, who are you?
I think it's one of those things, like, as women, we always have this idea of what it's going to look like or what it's supposed to look like. But then it's like when it happens, you're just like, that was perfect. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I like
that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. And then we're pretty much here now. Like it happened so fast, Charlene, but it didn't. Which is weird. It happens so
you took your time, but it feels like it was just like in a second. Yeah.
It felt like it happened so fast. Like I never put any time frames on when things were supposed to happen, like when I'm going to get married, and then when I'm going to have kids, and then when I'm going to retire, and when I'm going to be a millionaire. I never put any, but I am going to be a millionaire.
Speak it.
But I didn't put any time frames on that. So when it happens, it just kind of happens, but it happens so fast. And I know you, being my friend, I know you're a planner. You are a big time
I'm a planner. I admit it. I plan everything in detail.
You plan everything. So it's just like, wow, when stuff like kind of falls into place, it's just like, okay, well, it was that time. It was God's timing. It was in his timing. It was in that purpose. It was in that moment when it was supposed to happen, and it happened. And I'm excited that it happened with the person that it happened with.
Right. Yeah.
He's an awesome guy. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah. Now, okay. So we're gonna switch the topic. You know me and my hand movements. Switching the topic. Okay. Let's talk fitness. What's happening? Well, because I remember you used to, be into like training and all that good stuff. So what's
yeah. So
what is happening in Jazz's life with fitness?
Before I even joined the military, I was a baby personal trainer. I did have some clients that I did train, and I was so big. I still am big on fitness. With the job that I have now with the military, you have to have a specific, not specific body type. No, you don't have to have that, but you have to meet the fitness requirements to stay in the military. So you have to be fit. Yeah. So my fitness right now is good. It could be better, 100%. It could be better. It was phenomenal when I first joined the military, only because when you first join, that's all you're doing is PT. When you very first joined, basic training and tech school was running, push-ups, sit-ups, that's it. So that was like me, even after high school, that was me in my prime. Like I was legit, okay? But after that,
I was gonna say, what about like health too? Because I mean, that goes hand in hand with it. So as far as
that does.
And everything like that.
Yep. So with me, I'm a huge snacker. Huge. So it is so bad, Charlene. I gotta do better. So I will go. I kid you not. I will go all day, and I'll wait till dinner time to eat a meal. But throughout the day, I'm just snacking. Mm-hmm. I want to attribute that to. I don't want to make excuses because I definitely could do better. But I also do attribute that to the job that I have now.
Right.
Because it's so time consuming and so demanding on my time. There is no lunchtime there. I can't fit time to actually sit down and enjoy like a salad or a meal from Chipotle or whatever the case may, or whatever. But, and then when I come home, I can meal prep, but when I come home, I crash. I crash because I be so
balance in those times.
Tired. So I have to learn how to balance. I have to, when I come home, when I think about it, just go ahead and straight cook.
So have you considered my offer on the vegan lifestyle? Oh goodness, not the crickets. You gave me crickets. Come on over, join us.
I can do pescatarian.
Okay, it's a start.
That's what I know I can do because I did it for a month. Mm-hmm. And I actually did like it a lot. I did. I enjoyed being a pescatarian. Vegan, we got to take what's less than baby steps. Whatever that is what we got to take.
There's so many options. It's so misunderstood, I feel.
But you said like no meat at all.
Yeah. You can do like jackfruit. It tastes like meat.
Oh, I would have to try. I would have to honestly try it out. I would have to try it out for X amount of time and see what I can put together for it to taste good enough for me to be like, you know what, I can see myself adopting this into my life because it's a lifestyle. I could do it for a week. I could do it for a month. But once I revert back, or if I'm too timid, then it's gonna be a roller coaster. I need lifestyle things. Like, again, pescatarian, I absolutely enjoyed that. And I honestly can see myself doing that or being that for a long, long period of time.
So we're switching it up again. We're gonna do jazz to younger jazz and then jazz to future jazz. So from jazz to younger jazz, if you were to give yourself advice, let's say 10 years ago, and this could apply to not only to yourself, but to pretty much anyone who's listening in, what advice would you give someone as far as, or to your younger self as far as pursuing your passion?
So what advice would I give myself 10 years ago? That's a good question.
Because I mean, we up there, you know, so 10 years ago, that's like what, 18, 19, right around that time? Because I think jazz at that time, what were you into at that time?
What was I into, Shar? Fitness. I was still into
fitness. Yeah, because we did like the photo shoot at the track.
I was in it because I was always wearing like the track suits or really comfortable clothes, like workout clothes.
What advice would you tell her?
I would tell her. I honestly would tell her to stop being lazy. I would tell her stop being lazy and do it. Like, just because I did, and I struggle with that today too, but I'm a lot better. Stop being lazy and stop expecting things to just fall in your lap and go do it. Like,
go after it.
And like, just literally go after it. The worst thing that could happen is you fall, but did you die? Right. So everybody falls. Everybody, I don't even call it a failure. I call it a lesson.
It's just you restarting from a point of experience.
So I definitely would tell myself, just stop being scared and stop being lazy. Like, that's what I feel I don't say set me back, but I feel like I could probably be further now than I am if I literally just got off my ash and did what I felt or what I said that I was going to do. Because I did a lot of talking when I was younger and no action. I did a lot of I'm going to be, or I did a lot of I am, or I did a lot of and affirmations are good. Affirmations are really good, but it's always like, what is it? Faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world, but do something. We need to be I need to be a person of action. I need to do something for whatever I want my dream and aspiration to be to come to life. I need to do something about it.
So then you saying that, what are you doing differently now to achieve the goals that you want to reach in the next 10 years?
So I'm doing something. I'm actively pursuing my passion, actively, because my number one goal in this passion, in this journey, in this season, is to become a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire by the age of 30, 35. No later than 40, I want to be a millionaire. So I am actively pursuing this dream and this goal of becoming a millionaire. I'm not saying it, I'm writing it and I'm saying it, but I'm not just writing it, I'm not just saying it. I'm actually doing I'm spending the money to get this done. So scare money don't make money. So I have to put that work in and that money in to get what I dream, what I desire. So
So jazz to younger jazz relationship advice. Let's hear it.
Oh, ew, no relationships, Jazmyn. Jazz right now, the younger jazz, no. Don't even worry about them. That your time will come. When it comes, it comes. All right. Don't even look for them. Don't walk their way. No relationships until you 100% feel like where I'm at and or where you are in life is where God would, how do I want to put it? Don't look at or don't pursue or try to entertain somebody else when you are not on track.
Yeah,
That
so
makes sense.
it's like that.
So
Get yourself right. Get yourself complete first before entering into a relationship with someone.
right,
Yeah.
right, because it's time consuming, and that's somebody else. Like that's another being that you have to entertain, that you have to make feel good, and aside from yourself. But if you don't feel whole yourself, if you feel like something's missing, if you're trying to pursue something at the same time as trying to do whatever you do in this relationship, something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something is going to have to give you that relationship or whatever you're trying to pursue.
Yeah.
So until you get that down, or until you feel like you got a grasp on it and that grasp is not going nowhere, then don't.
Okay, so, and I know you mentioned that you don't really. That's one thing that you are working on is making that time and space for self-care. But if you had, so instead of me saying give yourself from 10 years ago advice on self-care, give yourself advice now, as if you were talking to me and I'm like, Jazz, I need help. I don't know what I need to do right now. I'm like stressed. I'm trying to balance my career plus my passion. And I'm like, I get overwhelmed. What should I do to get back to me? Because sometimes I feel like it's easier to give advice than it is to apply that same advice to yourself. So I'm saying to you, if it was me in that position, what advice would you give to me or to anyone else really that is like, I need to find a way to take care of me and to put me first?
I would tell you to slow down. I'll probably tell you, yeah, I'll tell you to slow down, because you're taking on a lot at once and you are only one person. I would also tell you, if you feel like you still need to or you want to continue this passion as well as a full-time job, ask for help. Don't let your pride get in the way, because you have people in your corner that can help you. You have people that can take on some of that load. Don't feel like you have to be Wonder Woman or Superwoman all the time. Like actually let something go. Actually say, hey, Ma, or hey, Dad, or hey, Jazz, or hey, Shar, help me. Like, don't be too prideful to get help, because definitely people are there and willing to help if you ask for it. So that's what I would tell you.
So later on, when you go back and re-listen to this, just know you're talking to yourself right there. You gotta yourself.
Yeah.
Self-therapy there, huh?
Yeah, I feel it. I felt it. I did. I got to work on that, because I do feel like I don't know if I feel like I don't think I have help, but I don't like being a burden to other people. And I don't like saying people either, because y'all are not just people to me. Like y'all are more than people to me. So I have to get out of my own way and be willing and accepting of help, and stop being prideful, because I'm only hurting myself at the end of the day. I'm only hurting myself physically, mentally, and pockets. So just ask for help.
Because I've noticed, like, even myself, I sometimes feel that way. Like, I find it hard to ask for help, because it's that feeling of, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to, I don't want to ask for too much. And it's more than just you and me. I think it's like a female thing in a sense. And it makes me wonder where that comes from. Because I know a lot of women that will struggle and refuse to ask for help, not because, yeah, it could be because of pride, but it's also like that feeling of, I don't want to be in the way, or I don't want to inconvenience anybody, or I don't want to be, like you said, that burden. So it's like, it's an interesting dynamic to see. And I wonder where it all comes from,
I guess because I'll speak for myself too. I want things to happen in my time. Like if I'm asking somebody for help or assistance, I don't want it to be like a couple days later, or a week later, a month. When I ask for help, I want that help now, because I'm trying to do something, or I want something to happen within a certain amount of time. So I think it's that lack of patience. I think a lot of the times is a whole lot of I want it now. Like whatever the case may be, I want it to get done now. I don't want it later, because if I push it off, it's gonna keep getting pushed off. I need this now. So just not being patient, I think a lot of the times kind of hinders us as women, and we feel like we have a point to prove a lot of the times. I think being women, being one of the lesser species, is a lot of people look at women as, nah, you can't do this, or you need help, or you need to ask. Yeah.
You're not going to make it as far without help. So you're like, bet, I'm going to do it without your help.
I can show you better than I could tell you. And I know, regardless if I hurt myself or not, it will get done. Right. So I'd rather not hear this and just do it. I don't need the 500 million question as to why I'm asking you for help. I just need you to help, because you asking me why is going to make me like, okay, I mean, I could have done it myself. You don't have to. You don't have to
if you don't really want to. It's fine.
Right. You don't have to if you don't really want to. I understand asking questions, but I don't know. It's a lot, but it does have to do with like patience and so a lot, sometimes society too, because I could definitely show you better than I could tell you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here and talking with me. Let me pick your brain a little bit. You know?
Yeah, it was some interesting questions too.
I was all in your business. That's all.
It made me think. I don't even mind you being my business. It just made me think, like, because I don't think about certain things on a day-to-day. I just go.
Yeah.
I just move. Like I write stuff down. I do have a journal that I have, but I like certain things that you asked, it's just like, what? I didn't think about that. Yeah. So you did juggle some stuff in my brain.
So to end with, I would like for you to give one word of advice. It can be about anything that you want. Just one word of advice for anyone listening. Like if they're in college typing a paper and their beginning quote, and they're quoting it from Jazmyn. I was going to call you Barrett. That's not your name anymore.
Oh, that's our name. I know.
So what is one quote of advice? What is one main thing that you would tell people?
Like in general, just like life-wise?
Wisdom, yes, anything.
And all you're getting understanding. Like anything that you pursue, make sure you actually understand it. Make sure you get not like knowledge from it. Research it. Don't just get into it blindly. Yeah. And then you'll have people telling you how to do stuff. When you do something, you want to know. You want to teach people and not have people teach you. Even though that's fine. That's fine having people teach you. But I've always been the type of person that I ask a whole bunch of questions. Ask questions.
You do.
Really
wait a minute. Hold up. Let me ask you a question.
Ask questions, because I don't like not being in the know, or I don't like being ignorant to whatever I'm getting into. Because if somebody comes to me and asks me a question and I don't know, then I don't want to sit up there looking like boo boo the fool. Like I need to know, I need to have some understanding. So when all you're getting understanding is what kind of resonates with me, and patience.
Nice.
Two things I would say: patience and getting understanding.
Nice. So you want to let people know how they can reach you, how they can purchase candles or support you in any way, shape, or form. So go ahead and let us know. I'll also put it in the show notes as well, but yeah, go ahead and let us all know.
Okay, so for candles wise, you can go to Instagram at _bad and bougie candles with two E's with bougie, and then _ after the S in candles. That's how you can reach me for the candles. And then for just general is at Philippians 4:13.
Yeah.
That's my favorite scripture. Bible scripture. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and so can you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. How you can reach me if you want to talk to me. And if you want to buy candles, again, the candles are Bad and Bougie Candles by Jazmyn Smitzer. So definitely, if you want a candle, let me know. And I appreciate the love and support from all of you, as well as you, Charlene.
Well, yeah, thank you so much again. We will probably have you back on here at some point in time. You know,
Definitely.
I'll come around. I'll text you. I'll call you. It's fine.
Definitely. Let me know. I love stuff like this. So let me know. And I will show back up again with my pop cone.
And your drink. You gotta have something to sip on when you're
we gotta do better. We gotta do better.
All right, girl.
All right, lovely.